What's up, guys? My name's Doofus McDooface, and today I'm making a World of Warcraft tier list. Now, I will just say I've played World of Warcraft since 2004 when I was 8 years old. I have spent years not playing. I've spent years playing it as the only video game. This is just my opinion. I might be totally off from what you guys think. But yeah, I'm going to give you my tier list for World of Warcraft expansions. Here we go. By the way, this tier list had not S tier, but I mean, I think it's pretty clear, you know, S, A, B, C, D, you know. But yeah, right here, this is what it used for the original World of Warcraft expansion, or the original World of Warcraft. I don't think we can deny that it's just S tier. WoW Classic is pretty much the only thing I'm playing right now. It's pretty much the greatest game of all time. And if I could only stream World of Warcraft Classic, I probably would. And that's my hope, you know. Yeah, there's just something special about Classic that just gives me butterflies. The original game, I don't know if it makes me feel young again, or if there was just not all the added gimmicks, and that's what makes it so perfect. But the original World of Warcraft is the best game. There's no doubt. It should be higher than everything else. But for this tier, for this graph, that's what we'll go with. Burning Crusade. I'm going right with S tier too. I mean, Burning Crusade, honestly, I played Burning Crusade when I was younger, you know, and I was super behind. I really didn't get to do many more raids than like Gruul's Lair, because I was like 10 or 11 years old. I didn't know what I was doing, playing World of Warcraft. And then as an adult, you know, when they did the remaster, the classic BC, I stupidly waited right until Wrath of the Lich King Classic was going to come out. Just ran through all the levels from like 63, 64 to 70, just so I could skip and then play Wrath. And I feel like I missed out on the Burning Crusade experience the second time. So that's why I'm really excited. I'm playing Classic right now, so that when they do bring BC Classic out a second time, that I'm gonna get to play. Wrath of the Lich King, S tier, you know? I mean, come on, like, it's... I think when I was younger, and like as an adult also, I always thought the like Wrath was better than Burning Crusade, but I think I need to play them both, right? I think I need to play them both again, right? I mean, the Lich King storyline is awesome. You get like, I mean, I guess you already had Flying Mountain, Burning Crusade, but I don't know. I feel like Wrath might be better than Burning Crusade. I know that's controversial. I think before I would have done it like this, but I think my yearning to play Burning Crusade is catching up to me. Whereas right now you could have played Wrath, right? You could have played Wrath before Cataclysm Classic came out, and yeah, I don't know. I love Wrath, but if we're dueling them off, I think I want Burning Crusade more. I think I want Burning Crusade more. But damn, they're both amazing games, you know. I actually did get to do quite a few raids in Wrath of the Lich King when I was still younger, the original game. Mostly just Naxxramas. Little bit of Ulduar. Little bit of Ulduar. Nothing higher though, because I'm a kid, right? Like I said, this is just my opinion. I don't have the veteran WoW experience. I just have just like 300 days played, which compared to some pros is nothing. But yeah, I think we're good with Wrath, S tier. Cataclysm. I don't know if Cataclysm was actually that good, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. So where do we actually put Cataclysm on this tier list? I mean, it's not disappointing, you know? It was just so weird to start with. The 5 level thing was weird. It was cool at first to see like Azeroth all messed up and like burned down, but I don't know. What I remember the most about Cataclysm was just herbalism. That's the only thing I really actually remember doing in Cataclysm. I would just herb. I wouldn't actually play the game. I would just herb, sell it on the market. Wasn't a big raider or dungeon doer that time. It's like, eh. So I think I'm gonna go Cataclysm. I'm gonna say hit or miss, to be honest. I think Cataclysm and hit or miss for me. I mean, it might be. Let's keep it at hit or miss, but it could be moved up to consistently enjoyable, right? Could be. And then I've only played a little bit of the classic Cataclysm. I did a couple of levels, but it wasn't my vibe to do it again. It's like, yeah. All right. Next up, we have Mists of Pandaria. I think Mists of Pandaria for me would be just a tile above Cataclysm. So I think it has to be inconsistently enjoyable if Cata is hit or miss. I did like Mists of Pandaria. I played a little bit of a monk, you know, nothing crazy. I didn't like actually like max level it or anything, but just I like the starting zone. Added some cool flavor to the game. Yeah, no, Pandaria was pretty cool. I wouldn't put it like in the top echelon. You know, I think Cataclysm and Miss is when the game sort of starts going in a downward spiral a little bit, unfortunately. Not like really bad, but like it goes from like the greatest game ever to like it's a good game. You've already logged your hundreds and hundreds of days, so of course you're gonna keep playing. But does it have your full attention? Not really. And I gotta be honest, I can't even remember any raids from either of these. I definitely did a few raids in Cata and Miss, but they aren't like stuck in my brain like all the early raids, you know? The early raids just like burn into your mind. All right, next we have Warlords of Draenor. And this one wasn't a fan, but I was a fan of the Garrison, which was the only thing I played. I feel like these middle expansions when I wasn't playing World of Warcraft that much, I just played a lot of like the only thing I liked. Like I liked Herbalism and Miss, right? And then I would say that in Warlords of Draenor, I really liked the Garrison. I would play it on my phone, or I would come to the game, you know, just to do the Garrisons. I like sending people out. It's literally like a mobile app in World of Warcraft. But it was consistently enjoyable. The actual game itself, I wouldn't say. You know, I'd put it like right over here. Like I don't think it was that much better, like than Cata, and it definitely was better than Miss. But I did play the Garrison. I enjoyed the Garrison part of the game. But that's not World of Warcraft, right? World of Warcraft is about adventuring, doing dungeons, PvP, leveling. And I was leveling my Garrison people. You know, I was sending them out on missions, making tons of gold, getting cool items, but not actually playing the game. So you know what? Now that I'm saying that, let's put it in hit or miss. I think we put Warlords in hit or miss, to be honest. Legion. If I don't put this in memorable and impactful, I think people are gonna lose it. The Demon Hunter was awesome, right? The Demon Hunter, second hero class after the Death Knight. And I'll be totally honest, I didn't play that much Legion. So I'm not gonna get in trouble. I know people probably want this in S tier. But the best I can do for you is memorable and impactful, right? The Demon Hunter class is awesome. And since I've played it, it's really, really fun. But I just didn't play. I watched a lot of videos during the Legion time. Watched a lot of like WoW Arena. But in terms of actually playing, I just hit max level and then just sort of died off, which is honestly what happens a lot. But yeah, I will give you guys Legion and memorable and impactful. Battle for Azeroth, I'm just going to go disappointing. And the reason I'm going with disappointing is I always thought it was so lame when it's like Horde versus Alliance. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me personally. I think Horde versus Alliance is like the dumbest thing. I just never thought it was that cool. So that's just where I've got to go for it. And once again, I have no real memory of Battle for Azeroth, right? Which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because I mean, this is only like 7 years ago. I think Battle for Azeroth is 2018. But yeah. Luckily, they brought me back with Shadowlands. And this is where people are turning off my YouTube video. I actually really like Shadowlands. And I really like the Torghast. I really like the Torghast, man. I actually really enjoyed Shadowlands. This is like the re-entry of me into World of Warcraft. Yeah, I got really sick and was just home a lot, so I just had so much free time. Started playing World of Warcraft like crazy, and so that's when I got back in the game. That's honestly when I was able to play like a demon hunter. I tried all the classes. I think I leveled up like 5 or 6 to max level during Shadowlands. I liked the storyline, you know. I liked it, you know. How we were pretty much like heaven and hell almost in a way, you know. You got to see all the different little zones. I don't know. I liked it. You know, the little Fae ladies. You know, you could turn into a. I went with the Fae people, so I could hop into like a little bunny rabbit and just run around with my little bunny rabbit. You know, but then it turned out that like you actually should have been Drekthir, so you could do the mind games, because I was a shadow priest. You could do mind games. You were supposed to do that, but I just had more fun as like the Fae dudes, you know. So, but yeah, I really like Shadowlands. That was sort of my re-entry back into WoW. Dragonflight, I played. I flew. For me, it's either consistently enjoyable or hit or miss. I don't know. Like, I've just played so much Shadowlands, and then Dragonflight for me was like, eh. Also, I just really didn't enjoy having to fly around that stupid. You get so used to your flying mount. I would say hit or miss. Behind Warlords. Yeah, I'm gonna say hit or miss. Like, it was okay. Dragonflight was okay. I got my couple of max characters. If I'm gonna be totally honest, I think I only did 1 raid in Dragonflight, and it went really bad. Yeah, it went really bad. It was like 1.1, like patch 1.1, so the new raid had just come out. So I actually didn't raid in the first raid. I mean, I still had good enough gear, mainly from PvP. But yeah, when I actually like tried that first raid, it was like the first or second day out of 1.1, the first big patch, and we got smacked. Raid Finder got smacked, bro. We tried like 10 times on the first boss, and it just put such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, it was awful. But it wasn't that bad. You know, I don't think Dragonflight was that bad. And also, Dragonflight was the same time that I went to BlizzCon, and I found a code for a full year subscription. So, you know what? Let's put it, because of the BlizzCon experience being during Dragonflight, I'm going to put in consistently enjoyable. I'm going to move it up. Consistently enjoyable. War Within. So this is part of the saga, the trilogy, the first expansion. I do like Delves. Delves is going to put it somewhere up there. I do like Delves. I've delved a lot. My dad's enjoying it. Here's the one thing I will say, though. I was able to only do delves and get as good gear as mythic raiders or like mythic dungeoners. And I feel like that's kind of unfair. And so like as a balanced person, you know, I don't think that I should be able to, as a fair, unbiased person, I don't think that it's fair that my dad doesn't do mythics, doesn't raid, and he gets like the best gear of, or was able to get the best gear just from delves. Because I do feel like raiding and dungeons should be part of the game, you know, if you're going to play it to the max level. That's just an interesting perspective I have. But I have played, I've raided, I've played a good amount, but I wouldn't say I've played as much as I played Shadowlands. I wouldn't say I've played as much as I have Shadowlands. And so for that reason, I feel like consistently enjoyable, top of the top, but not quite breaking that echelon into what is really the A tier, right? I think it's a good B, it's balanced outside of the balancing of delve gear. Oh, you know what? Okay, I've got you. The one thing that really pulls it down from Shadowlands, yes, I've played a decent amount. The damn professions got way too, like, what is up with the professions? Can we talk about the professions in War Within? Can we talk about it? Why are they so, like, complicated and complex? I don't understand. I don't understand why they made it so complex. And then you can, like, put in orders. You can put in orders for other people to do your profession stuff, but nobody ever does. Like, it feels like that part is just not part of the game. I don't know. I feel like professions is definitely what knocks down War Within a notch. But yeah, this is my tier list. I hope it doesn't frustrate you guys too much. Please let me know where I went wrong or what your tier list would have been. Once again, I'm not a professional WoW player. Just somebody with probably, if I added up all my characters, I'd have at least a year. I'd have at least a year played time. My dad probably has about 3 years played time. So I have to hear about World of Warcraft every night. All the raids, all the things they did wrong, all the things they did good. So I would say I have a bachelor's degree in World of Warcraft, but not a doctorate. So thank you guys. Please like, please comment, and I'll see you guys in a future tier list.